Now on 4 News Now at 6, it's a race against the clock to make critical repairs to a key floodgate. The possible risk if repairs are not made before river levels start to rise.
I'm tracking the return of wet and breezy weather. I'll show you when the rain will arrive and which areas could get some snow in the first alert forecast.
Plus, a push to deregulate childcare in Washington, why some say it will help increase availability, while others think it could end up putting children's lives at risk. You're watching 4 News Now at 6. Right now, crews in Kootenai County are racing against the clock to make critical repairs to a key floodgate. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Derek Dice. That floodgate is located near where 4th of July Creek meets the Coeur d'Alene River. Crews say if it's not repaired in the next week, it could lead to massive flooding in the area. And the problem is there isn't enough money to pay for these repairs. Derek Strom explains how a new disaster declaration is meant to help make sure the project gets done on time.
About 600 acres of fields upstream would be submerged, and that water would go for about 2 miles upstream.
The Eastside Highway District says crews have been hard at work for about a week replacing a failed flood control structure and river levee for 4th of July Creek. But as river levels are expected to rise a week from now, the project has to be completed quickly.
Spring runoff on the Coeur d'Alene River carries a lot of gold mine sediments and contaminants down, and nobody wants to see all those washing back out over the top of these farm fields.
A number of organizations are going to be working together here over the next week to keep 4th of July Creek from flooding. They'll have to replace the river levee and the flood control structures here to keep the surrounding 2 miles of land from flooding.
Yeah, we've been talking with Army Corps of Engineers a lot for some technical assistance on this, and everything we're building now is going to be expected to last for at least another 50 years, so that everything upstream should be protected for quite some time.
The director of highways for the Eastside Highway District says this would double their normal budget for the entire year, but because of a state disaster declaration from the Idaho governor's office, state agencies are stepping up with equipment and funding for the project.
Quite frankly means we won't have to cancel other construction projects this summer, and that we'll be able to get this thing done without just stopping all of our normal highway district operation and maintenance activities to pay for it.
Weymouth says this is a normal year for rainfall and runoff for 4th of July Creek, but an above-average year for water levels would have made the situation much worse. He says the Highway District is still figuring out a financial plan to cover the cost of the project. In Kootenai County, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
And splashdown, Crew 9 back on Earth.
What you just saw was the moment 2 astronauts who have been stuck on the International Space Station since June returned to Earth for the first time. They were only supposed to be in space for a few days, but due to issues with the Boeing Starliner, they were forced to stay put on the ISS. Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker joins us now. We even saw some dolphins circling the capsule after it landed in the water there. Pretty sweet.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
Wow, what a beautiful day to splash down into the ocean of Florida.
No
Hopefully
doubt.
They spent some beach time after
Especially
that
after
trip.
we got some snow here this morning.
Yes, we did. And here's a live look over downtown Spokane from our station here at a beautiful, almost sunset. Actually, it's not even almost. It's an hour away, 59 minutes until sunset, but it is a pretty sky this evening. Beautiful scene here also from Cataldo. This is I-90 looking to the west from Cataldo. Mostly clear skies and a pretty night to be driving along there on I-90. On our Doppler radar, we see the convection of this afternoon already tapering off as we lose the heat of the day. We are going to be dry overnight and clear, and that's going to allow our temperatures to drop down into the 20s. It's going to be a chilly Wednesday morning, 28 in Spokane, 27 degrees in Coeur d'Alene, 26 in Sandpoint, and 26 in St. Mary's, even in the 20s in Ritzville. And we will see some sunshine to start the day, warming up to average highs of 49 in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, as well as Pullman, 51 in Ritzville. Clear to start the day, but it will not be clear for long. We'll start to see the clouds drifting in as early as 9 a.m. Those will increase through the afternoon. Mostly cloudy skies by the time the kids are getting out of school. 49 degrees are high, and then those showers start showing up tomorrow evening in the form of rain at first. I'll show you where to expect some snow and have your 7-day forecast in just a few minutes, Derek.
All right, Chris, thank you. Within the hour, the Spokane Valley City Council finished its first ever community conversations meeting. The goal of these meetings is to give people a chance to drop in, ask questions, and share their thoughts on what's going on in their city. Topics for the monthly sessions include the city budget, public safety, homelessness, and ongoing construction projects. Tonight's meeting was all about the Parks and Recreation Department's master plan.
We have, of course, the new cross course, which is our new cross-country course, and that's under construction. Doing phase 2 of Green Acres Park this year, so that's really exciting for that growing neighborhood.
Meetings will be held on the third Tuesday of every month at 5 o'clock at Spokane Valley City Hall. The legal qualifications for child care providers in Washington could soon change. That's because some lawmakers in Olympia believe the industry is too heavily regulated. Alexandra Cohen-Yards explains why some say getting rid of the red tape will help with staffing issues, and others think it could jeopardize your child's safety.
Here at the Nest Community School, every teacher goes through getting a degree. While they face many regulations, changing this one to them feels as a move in the wrong direction. Washington's childcare crisis is hurting families and providers. Parents can't afford rising costs, and educators struggle with low wages, resulting in a childcare desert.
There's been dozens that closed in the last 5 years because it's no longer a cost-effective business.
To address this, lawmakers in Olympia are proposing a solution, changing the requirements for working in the industry. House Bill 1648 gives a childcare worker more time to meet qualifications and what they need to get them. Chelsea Inman, director of the Nest Community School, feels this could threaten the quality of care your child gets.
What that's going to mean in the long run of delegitimizing and deprofessionalizing the early education sector.
But for others, strict regulations have been a barrier. Do you struggle to find people to work?
Oh, yes.
Valala, director of the Southeast Daycare Center, feels the many regulations are a burden, making it hard to stay fully staffed.
You can't find workers, and if you do, they're not people who have the education that is desired now.
For Valala, removing some of these regulations could help with the struggles her facility is facing. But for others, it feels as an easy out, ignoring the root cause of the issue.
There's so much happening during those early years, and the less we protect the professionalism we've already gained, it's going to make these problems become even worse.
HB 1648 has made its way through the House and is now going through the Senate. Reporting from Spokane, Alexandra Cohen-Yards, 4 News Now.
Well, in Idaho, a bill to deregulate the child care industry is one step closer to becoming law. The Senate approved House Bill 243 on Friday in a 25-10 vote with one major change. Originally, the bill was going to remove the state's child-to-caregiver ratio. For example, for every 6 kids between the ages of 0 and 2 years old, there has to be 1 staff member watching them. Idaho State Senator Carl Bjerke of Coeur d'Alene amended the bill, making it so child care centers can set their own ratios. Critics of the bill say this could put kids in danger, while supporters say it will help increase child care availability. The bill now returns to the House for consideration. Well, one of the best football players to ever come out of Eastern Washington University is officially a Seahawk. Hear from Kupp on what it's like to return home to play for Seattle. And the city of Spokane will be doing some spring cleaning ahead of tourist season. We'll show you how many people are expected to flock to the Lilac City for events like Bloomsday and Hoop Fest. Plus, hydrant pressure was a major issue during the LA wildfires. We'll show you what the city of Spokane and the fire department are doing to ensure it doesn't happen here.
Download the KXLY Plus app on your connected TV.
Check out career opportunities at Future Ready Trades Night on April 2nd.
Truck Month. The F-150 has 1.9% financing.
And $4,500 in savings.
The F-150 has been America's best-selling truck for 48 years. Don't wait. The best trucks sell first. Wendell Ford at the Y on North Division.
For over 40 years, Parker Toyota has been dedicated to serving the people of North Idaho with top-quality used vehicles that exceed industry standards.
That's because every used car undergoes a rigorous 160-point inspection. If it doesn't meet our standards, it doesn't belong on our lot.
Providing the highest quality used cars and trucks is just the beginning of our commitment to you as a customer.
Come see our huge selection of vehicles and receive our no-problem customer service at Parker Toyota in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
The Hoodie Project donates 1,500 hoodies each year, inspiring kids to see college as a real possibility.
by donating $100 for every Eastern touchdown and hosting Numerica's Tailgate for a Cause. Numerica proudly raised $10,000 for the EWU hoodie project last season.
These hoodies are more than a sweatshirt. They're a symbol of opportunity and that higher education is within reach.
This is how Numerica cares for kids.
92.9 CCU.
The future's uncertain, but you're more likely to get a high-paying gig if you're armed with college or career training after high school. WA Grant makes that education affordable or even free. See if you qualify at wogrant.org.
Celebrate 30 years of winning at the Kootenai Casino with exciting promotions including daily hot spins, a special St. Patrick's Day drawing, and anniversary cash and bonus play giveaways. Ready to get away this March? Stay Sunday through Thursday at the Kootenai Falls Lodge for just $59 per night, or a Riverview room for $79 and get a free $30 Kootenai credit included. Come stay and win at the inn. Call 888-YOU-ARE-LUCKY or visit KootenaiRiverInn.com.
Truck Month. The F-150 has 1.9% financing.
And $4,500 in savings.
The F-150 has been America's best-selling truck for 48 years. Don't wait. The best trucks sell first. Wendell Ford at the Y on North Division.
Well, during the wildfires in LA County, one of the major issues was that fire hydrants ran out of water. Ahead of the wildfire season here in Spokane, the city and the fire department are doing what they can to prevent that from ever happening here. Madeline Mullins has the story.
When it comes to preventing and putting out a fire, all hands are on deck.
It's important to do all the things we can do because there's never going to be one single source that deals with a catastrophe of a wildfire.
One of those sources is the water pulled from the fire hydrant. Right now, the city can store over 105 million gallons of water in storage, and construction is happening right now on 3 reservoirs like the one you see behind me so that they can store even more water in the future.
We have added those tanks in areas that are closer to those urban wildfire interface areas.
The city is also adding more generators, so that if the power that controls the equipment that pushes the water out of the fire hydrants goes out, there is a backup.
If we don't have power to our pumps and our booster stations, then we need a backup source for that. So it's really about redundancy and making sure that if Plan A doesn't work, we have Plan B and can, take care of the things that are going to continue to provide that water source.
But when it comes to wildfires, firefighters say the best thing to do is the preventative work beforehand.
I think the preventative work is so important because in the case of a wind-driven event, it's going to be standalone protection. How is your house going to withstand a wildfire with or without people present?
That preventative work looks like cleaning out any dry material on your property that could easily catch fire if an ember were to land on it.
You can clean the needle cast off your roof out of your gutters. You can put landscape materials that are lean, clean, and green and are fire resistant.
And while nobody can fully prevent a wildfire, when the city and its infrastructure combines with people cleaning up their property, the risk is much lower. In Spokane, I'm Madeline Mullins, 4 News Now.
Well, a wrongful death lawsuit has been filed against a Washington State Patrol trooper who hit and killed a man with her car. According to investigators, 35-year-old Sarah Clayson was off duty when she hit 20-year-old Joser Vega Sanchez. It happened on Highway 240 near Richland earlier this month. Police say Clayson declined a field sobriety test. They later determined she was impaired at the time of the crash. Clayson was placed on leave from WSP and was charged with vehicular manslaughter for Vega Sanchez's death. Well, state economists have released their outlook for how much money Washington will bring in over the next few years, casting a shadow on the budget legislators are supposed to write and pass by the end of April. The State Economic and Revenue Forecast Council projects Washington will get about $71 billion in revenue over the next 2 years. That's down about $500 million from the last forecast in November. To put today's number in perspective, the state budget for the last biennium was $72 billion. The state estimates it'll need to pay more moving forward to maintain current levels of services and programs. Economists say state revenues are still growing, but they've slowed as they they expect reductions in sales taxes, business income taxes, and interest income from state accounts. Democrats in control of the legislature are slated to release their state budget proposals next Monday, which are expected to contain new taxes on wealthier people to try to bring in more revenue.
We have not received any measurable precipitation today at the airport, but we had a trace of rain. We're running a little bit above average year to date in the precipitation department, and there is more in the 7-day forecast. I'll let you know what to expect after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Hamilton. Tickets now at BroadwaySpokane.com.
When it comes to getting what's fair for your auto accident, the scales of justice can be a bit unbalanced.
So how do you get what's fair?
Call Russell & Hill.
We've handled thousands of injury cases and have the resources to make the insurance company pay up.
Call Russell & Hill.
4 News Now and STCU are proud to continue highlighting volunteers who go above and beyond with their efforts. STCU Volunteers Count is a project that awards groups and individuals who take volunteering to the next level, donating personal time and financial support to local nonprofits. The winning volunteers will be awarded a grant courtesy of STCU to help further their efforts, and then we'll tell their story. If you know of a local volunteer who deserves recognition, nominate them at KXLY.com.
Do you really think you can fix this? You should have just called Andy's.
I can fix it. It's just a little...
We're freezing. You should have called Andy's. Yeah, they have a 100% satisfaction guarantee.
Should have called Andy's.
Don't be like this guy. Call Andy's Heating and Cooling. So when the weather does this, your family does this. Go to andysheating.com for details on the 100% satisfaction guarantee. Carrier, turn to the experts.
Yep, that was me. I've gotten older, my horse is bigger, and my dad, well...
Since then, we've added the Mitsubishi franchise to our dealership.
Which means we have 0% financing and over $10,000 in discounts below MSRP.
And right now, many quality pre-owned price below cost.
Below cost?
That's right, Tay, or we couldn't advertise it.
So really nothing's changed. We still have a lot of great deals and we're a lot of fun too.
Lions in Division across from Lowe's.
Thank you for the 63 years in the Inland Northwest community. At Perfection Tire, we have prided ourselves on providing our customers with quality tires at great prices, not to mention keeping your family safe on the road no matter the conditions.
And to celebrate, we have our anniversary Cooper rebate sale going on now. And with our rough winter roads, while you're here, let our certified techs check your suspension and wheel alignment.
Nobody beats perfection.
Some of Spokane's busiest weeks are just ahead of us, bringing thousands of visitors, big events, and lots of traffic. But before the masses head to the heart of the Lilac City, some are making an effort to clean up sites like this, trash and graffiti that often clutter our downtown streets. Hunter Bertram was in downtown Spokane today showing us what's being done to bring some shine to the city.
Last year in Spokane, during the NCAA playoffs and the Pacific Northwest qualifier, Spokane saw nearly 170,000 people come through the Lilac City. Again, that's expected this year, thousands to come in the next few weeks, and many are hoping to make sure the city is sparkling by the time they get here.
We're really going to spick and span the downtown area so we can say welcome.
Throughout downtown Spokane, trash and graffiti have become common sights that many of us expect to see. Despite ongoing efforts to keep the area tidy year-round, the cleanliness often falls short of what many would hope for, especially when knowing more visitors are set to hit the city.
You know, we work really hard all year round to keep downtown clean, but sometimes you just want to add that little extra effort. Maybe you've got people coming over for dinner. This is our people coming over for dinner.
Downtown Spokane Partnership cleans up downtown year-round, and for the next few weeks, they're cleaning up 7 days a week in areas needing the most help.
We are beefing up our 365-day efforts to really clean up our downtown, clean up our gateways into the city, as well as south downtown areas where we might not spend as much time.
The Downtown Spokane Partnership has teamed up with the city's contracted cleanup crew and WashDOT to remove graffiti along I-90 in the downtown area. The spring cleaning initiative aims to create a more welcoming atmosphere for Spokanites and visitors alike, encouraging people to explore the city.
But this is not only about the visitors coming for these large events. It's for the visitors to our own city, our staycation people, every single day.
In Spokane, Hunter Bertram, 4 News Now.
All right, Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker joins us now. And Chris, you're tracking some wet weather on the way, which is perfect conditions for people staying inside and watching some college basketball.
I guess, yes. Yes, and you yourself included, I assume, will be watching some basketball. Right now, however, this is a good time to go out and practice some hoops. You'll have to wear a sweatshirt. It's chilly, 45 and mostly cloudy in Spokane. 42 in Coeur d'Alene, such a pretty sky there. This is US 95 and I-90, and it is a beautiful evening. As those skies clear, though, temperatures are going to drop. We'll be down in the 20s by tomorrow morning. Then we have the rain coming in as early as late afternoon. It looks like there's a better chance to see that in the evening. We'll keep the showers going through Sunday, falling in a variety of forms. Any snow that we see will be inconsequential in the valleys. Heavy mountain snow is possibility in spots on Friday. And then we have much warmer weather on the way for next week. Our forecast radar already in motion because it is going to be very quiet for the next 12 hours. Here's 6 o'clock Wednesday morning with clear skies, but the clouds will start moving in as we get into mid-morning, and then that precipitation arrives again as early as late afternoon. I think this might be pushing it a bit earlier than it will actually arrive. 5 o'clock with some light rain. That is going to continue through the evening before we start to dry off a little bit in eastern Washington around midnight, keeping the wet weather going in North Idaho, and we'll see our snow levels start to drop. So by Thursday morning, we may see some snow developing in some locations. Here's a look at the latest thoughts on snow accumulation. And if you do get snow at your house, it won't be around for long. Up to a ½ inch around Pullman, 2/10 of an inch in St. Mary's and Kellogg. Most of the rest of the snow is going to be up in the higher terrain. Wet weather Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We'll get some breaks over the weekend, and of course, we'll help you time those breaks as we get closer to the weekend. Over the next 5 days, precipitation totals will be much higher through North Idaho than the rest of the region, up to a ½ of an inch in Spokane, 3/4 of an inch just across the border in Coeur d'Alene. High temperature trend over the next 7 days, right about average through Sunday. And then we take a jump Monday and Tuesday into the 60s. That's also when we start drying out. Only a 20% chance of showers on Monday. And it looks right now like we're going to be dry on Tuesday. But wet weather through the week. Windy conditions also on Thursday. Wind gusts up to 35 miles per hour with the system coming through. Friday looks like mostly rain based on timing. Saturday and Sunday may see some snow mixing in, but most likely we're going to be seeing rain. I'm going to be back in the next ½ hour looking out 8 to 14 days, Derek.
All right, Chris, thank you so much. Well, scammers are trying to take advantage of thousands of former federal workers looking for new jobs. The signs to look out for so you don't end up responding to a fake job ad.
It is very disappointing because we have the tools, the technology, and the science to be able to prevent this disease.
Measles cases this year have already surpassed all confirmed cases in 2024. What you need to know as this outbreak continues to spread.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
So you want somewhere to play? We got you. I want some tasty food? We got you. Heard you want to do some shopping? We got you. The live music is always popping at the Coeur d'Alene Casino. Coeur d'Alene Casino. Winning is just the beginning.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on our next job. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. Our thanks to Horizon Credit Union for sponsoring the 4 News Now Extreme Team.
If you're looking for an everyday truck like the Tacoma,
or something a bit bigger, like the Tundra, Colville Toyota has the truck to meet your needs.
both the Tundra and Tacoma are built to last and provide unbeatable performance in their class.
Loaded with the latest tech, With adaptive cruise control and forward collision warning, these trucks are designed to get you safely to your destination.
Come test drive a Tacoma and Tundra today at Kupp Toyota, your small town dealership with a big heart.
Your home is more than a place, it's a feeling, a reflection of who you are. And at the Tin Roof, we believe furniture should do more than fill a room. It should inspire it. From timeless dining tables to sofas you can sink into and decor that tells your story, every piece is thoughtfully curated to make your space feel effortlessly you. Because it's not just furniture, it's where memories are made, where comfort lives, and where life happens. It's more than furniture, it's a feeling.
Katie Thurston, a former bachelorette loved by so many Americans. Now tomorrow on GMA, she opens up about her battle with breast cancer. How's she doing? The emotional morning TV exclusive tomorrow on Good Morning America.
What can we make for you today from the Sweet Palace in Phillipsburg, Montana?
At the Coeur d'Alene Casino, we love the sound and excitement of winning. So much so that we paid out over $73 million in 2024. That's a lot of woohoos. That's music to our ears.
Winning is just the beginning.
4 News Now is brought to you by STCU and Volunteers Count.
Well, we're only about 2.5 months into the new year, and measles cases have already surpassed the total number of cases in 2024. CNN's Mandy Gaither breaks down the latest data as measles vaccination rates continue to drop worldwide.
It's a highly contagious disease, and measles cases are continuing to climb in the U.S., driven by a multi-state outbreak, which has now reached 321 cases as of today, with large numbers of cases reported in both Texas, with 279, and New Mexico, where the latest data shows 38 cases. But experts believe there are more cases out there.
It is very disappointing because we have the tools, the technology, and the science to be able to prevent this disease.
Health officials say vaccines can prevent measles, but vaccination rates continue to decline. Most U.S. measles cases this year are in those who are unvaccinated or with unknown vaccination status.
What this tells us is if more people were vaccinated, we would not be seeing a resurgence of measles in the United States today.
Measles can cause serious health problems, even death, especially for young and unvaccinated children. General symptoms may include fever, cough, runny nose, watery eyes, and a rash of red spots. The CDC says about 1 in 5 unvaccinated people in the U.S. who get measles will be hospitalized.
If you're not vaccinated or if your child is not vaccinated, today is the day to call and make an appointment and talk to your doctor about the importance of vaccines and get started on that path.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
And the CDC says the vaccine that protects against measles, mumps, and rubella is given in 2 doses. The first shot is typically given between 12 and 15 months of age. The second is usually given between 4 and 6 years old. All right, right now, people across the country are finalizing their NCAA tournament brackets, but where did this yearly tradition begin? We'll take you to a bar in Staten Island that says it deserves the credit. That's coming up in about 15 minutes. Plus, Eastern Washington Representative Michael Baumgartner is set to meet local Ukrainian refugees in about half an hour. Hear their message for the representative as federal immigration policies continue to change.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
It's time to keep those New Year's resolutions going at Move Fitness.
Are you ready for this? Ready to take chances? Will you push and break your limits? Are you ready to be a legend? This is your moment. Are you ready for this?
This year, join the gym that can help you reach your goals at Move Fitness.
Are you ready for this?
The Silverado Trail Boss. And a little work. and a little play. And a truck that says no to nothing. And Chevrolet.
It's Chevy Truck Month. Well-qualified buyers get 2.9% APR for 72 months on this Silverado.
See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
Our remodels are made to look beautiful and made to last.
So we hand-selected products that are stylish and durable to create new designs for your bathroom. See them now at rebath.com.
So what do you think about these?
We're going to take everything.
From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,500 off your complete bathroom remodel.
It's here. It's now. The Grand National RV Show. R&R RV North Spokane is hosting the Grand National RV Show March 13th through the 22nd. Shop over 140 RVs inside the West Coast's largest indoor showroom. Motorhomes, camper vans, fifth wheels, and trailers. The time to buy is now. The Grand National RV Show March 13th through 22nd indoors at R&R RV North Spokane. Special show pricing and giveaways. Visit rnrrv.com for more info.
Coeur d'Alene Denture Clinic is locally owned and operated and has been providing personalized, comfortable, and satisfying care to our clients for over 30 years. Our licensed denturists are trained in the latest techniques in the construction, development, and preparatory work of a denture. Full dentures, implant attachments, repairs, fittings, adjustments, we do it all. Every denture is made to look as close as possible to your natural teeth. With our knowledge and friendly staff, competitive costs, and quality of service, you'll leave Coeur d'Alene Denture Clinic smiling.
Live from downtown Spokane, this is 4 News Now at 6:30.
Well, after a contentious town hall last night, Representative Michael Baumgartner is scheduled to meet with Ukrainian residents at Thrive International in less than an hour. Marissa Rio joins us live from that nonprofit. And Marissa, you met with a Ukrainian refugee today. What message does she hope to get across to the newly elected representative?
Well, Derek, if you've gone down the I-90, you've likely seen this big sign right behind me here. It's right outside of Thrive International. It reads, "Spokane loves refugees." While this welcoming message resonates within these walls, the woman I spoke with today says federal policies have made them feel less at home here in America. These are concerns that she hopes to bring up to Representative Baumgartner tonight. This here is the Silenko family. They fled Ukraine during the war and entered the U.S. as humanitarian parolees in 2023. But now
we are not going to understand what's going on with us on the next month.
Their humanitarian parolee status expires in a few weeks, and despite submitting renewal paperwork, they've received no response. Now they don't know if they'll be able to stay here in the country they've made home.
Me and my family, we want to show that immigration, some of immigration, it's really, really hard work to become to this city, to this country.
This is a message she hopes to share with Representative Baumgartner.
Like, it's not we are looking for opportunity just for stay here, but we are looking for opportunity for grow up here and to have some protect, to show the congressman we are not just spending the money.
Hannah wants Baumgartner to support the Ukrainian people and help provide them with pathways to receive legalized status here. She says they work here, their kids go to school here, and they have no home to return to back in Ukraine. Baumgartner told 4 News Now last night that he hopes to alleviate some of these fears.
They know I've been consistent that we don't want Russia to be successful in Ukraine. We can have some differences of agreement with the Ukrainian government, but for those folks, I've been very supportive of the Ukrainian refugee community and will continue to be.
Well, Baumgartner did issue a statement earlier this month in support of Ukrainian refugees. He also called on Ukrainian President Zelensky to resign following his meeting with President Donald Trump in the Oval Office. Baumgartner should be here shortly, but for now, I'll send it back to you, Derek.
All right, Marissa, thank you. While Representative Baumgartner speaks about the war here in the Inland Northwest, potential ceasefire talks continue between Russia and Ukraine. Today, President Donald Trump had a lengthy phone call with Vladimir Putin. It ended with an agreement to halt attacks on certain targets. CNN's Brian Abel explains.
a pivotal high-stakes call between Presidents Trump and Putin with a goal of bringing to an end the Russia-Ukraine war. It lasted about 2 hours, with information about that call slowly trickling out. The White House releasing a description of the call, saying that both presidents agreed on a need for lasting peace and that there should be economic deals in that peace. Both sides said the call ended with an agreement to temporarily halt attacks on energy infrastructure. Ukraine has not agreed to this. Meanwhile, the Kremlin's description of the call says that Putin demanded the halt of foreign military aid and intelligence sharing to Ukraine as the key condition for preventing the escalation of the conflict and working towards its resolution. On the negotiating table, the 30-day ceasefire deal backed by the U.S. and agreed upon by Ukraine, with hopes it would lead to the end of the largest land conflict in Europe since World War II. The White House readout of the call did not provide any indication that Putin agreed to the ceasefire. Trump previously told reporters that work had been done over the weekend to bring both sides to the negotiated table, with White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt on Monday saying that the deal was on the 10-yard line. At the White House, Brian Abel reporting.
Well, you want to check your freezers because Lean Cuisine and Stouffer's are recalling some of their frozen meals. The recall is due to the possible presence of a wood-like material. Affected products include Lean Cuisine's butternut squash ravioli and spinach artichoke ravioli, Lean Cuisine's lemon garlic shrimp stir fry, and Stouffer's party-size chicken lasagna. Anyone who bought any of these meals should return them for a full refund. The man who made threats on a cross-country Alaska Airlines flight in the summer of 2023 has pleaded guilty. You might remember this. Because of the threat, the flight was diverted to the Spokane airport. Brandon Scott was hoping the Seattle-bound flight would be diverted because he was trying to avoid being killed by a drug cartel. He is scheduled to be sentenced on May 21st. All right, let's send it over to Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker now, who's tracking the return of wet and breezy weather.
That is right. I hope you enjoyed some sunshine today and a few showers in the form of rain, snow, and graupel. Our high temperatures topped out just a little below average, 47 in Spokane. 46 degrees today in Coeur d'Alene. It was also in the 40s in Pullman and Ritzville, but 53 in Moses Lake and 50 today in Lewiston. Skies are clearing across the region. This is the live view over the Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena and the Spokane County Courthouse, getting awfully close to our sunset, which is at 1 minute after 7. We will be dropping down into the 20s with those clear skies and light winds. High temperatures tomorrow a little bit warmer. Will be 49 in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, but we will see the clouds increasing throughout the day and the chance of showers as early as late afternoon. More likely that rain's going to hold off until tomorrow evening. That high of 49 again, right about average. I'll be back to tell you about that wet weather on the way, where we could see snow and a big warming trend in the extended forecast, Eric.
Well, local principal was honored today with the Washington State Secondary Principal of the Year Award. Mount Spokane High School Principal Chelsea Gallagher was chosen for creating an inclusive, supportive, and high-achieving school environment. Education officials say under Gallagher's leadership, Mount Spokane's graduation rate has increased, student achievement scores have improved, and student engagement has flourished. All right, we've been talking a lot recently about the price of eggs, but grocery costs in general continue to eat up our budget. So what can you do to save at the supermarket? ABC's Jacqueline Lee offers some tips.
Saving a buck here and there can go a long way, and it's certainly true at the grocery store, where prices have surged in recent years.
It's really important to use some tactics to try to save more money at the grocery store rather than just going business as usual and swallowing that big bill every week.
While having a grocery list is a good way to stay on track, smart shopping expert Trey Bodge says when prices are this high, having some flexibility can help lower costs.
For example, if you have a dish in mind and one of the main ingredients is highly priced, just have a way to pivot to a slightly comparable ingredient.
If you're feeding more than 2 people, consider buying in bulk at a wholesale club and opt for store brands, which are usually cheaper than name brands.
If you are going to switch to a store brand, just compare the ingredients line for line. You'll probably find that's exactly the same product.
Bodge also suggests taking the DIY approach.
There are some foods that you may be eating regularly that are kind of expensive, and you could save a lot by making them yourself with minimal effort. So hummus is my favorite one of these. You can make hummus very cheaply at home in just a few minutes with a blender.
When you get to the register, pay with a credit card that offers cash back on groceries.
You might find that one of your credit cards, for example, gives you 3% cash back on groceries. The Target card gives you 5% back at Target. The Amazon Prime Visa card gives you 5% at Whole Foods. These are benefits to help you save that don't take really any effort.
And sign up for loyalty programs to get exclusive deals and discounts at your favorite stores. Jacqueline Lee, ABC News, Los Angeles.
All right, still ahead, Cooper Kupp returns to Washington with the Seahawks officially welcoming the Super Bowl champ and former Eastern Eagle to the squad. Hear about how he feels about living his childhood dream of playing for the team he grew up cheering for. Plus, we'll take you inside the bar that claims to have started the tradition of filling out March Madness brackets. That's next on 4 News Now at 6:30.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Shriners Children's Hospitals.
Truck Month.
Truck Month. The F-150 has 1.9% financing.
And $4,500 in savings.
The F-150 has been America's best-selling truck for 48 years. Don't wait. The best trucks sell first. Window Ford at the Y on North Division.
These are real people seeking solutions to real pain.
I have plantar fasciitis.
My feet, my knees, hips, and back.
And then they were fit with Good Feet arch supports. Clinically proven. Significant pain relief in only 4 weeks.
I'm not feeling any pain. My heel, that's where I always feel it.
Pressure off your knees?
Yeah, actually. I didn't notice any pain in my back. I feel like I could walk all day in these.
Take back the life you love and book your personalized arch support fitting today.
All right, he's fixed. Place should be ready by game time.
Ah, sweet, man. But hey, since you're here, you want to play a quick game of horse?
I've never played before, but well, I just get into the hoop?
Yeah, something like that.
All right. Like that?
You know what? Forget the game. Show me that work you did on the furnace earlier.
Okay, yeah. That was pretty good, though, right?
Let's just worry about the furnace for now.
You think I could dunk?
Elevate your outdoor living space during Jacobs Custom Living Spring Kickoff Sale. Enjoy massive furniture discounts from 10 to 60% off MSRP. Plus, receive a free patio heater with the purchase of any 5-piece set. Jacobs Custom Living has a huge inventory ready for immediate delivery or enjoy free storage through April. Get the biggest savings of the season during Jacobs Custom Living Spring Kickoff Sale, on now through April 6th in the Spokane Valley, on Sprague, just east of Sullivan.
Truck Month.
Truck Month. The F-150 has 1.9% financing.
And $4,500 in savings.
The F-150 has been America's best-selling truck for 48 years. Don't wait. The best trucks sell first. Window Ford at the Y on North Division.
Every woman will experience menopause, but when it happens, will you be prepared? Join Halle Berry, Leanne Morgan, Maria Shriver, Naomi Watts.
We were getting down to business, and I remembered that I had my estrogen patch on.
As we reveal the liberating truth about the change.
What if, when a woman realized she was in menopause, you get a siesta?
I love it.
And you get a siesta. And you get a siesta.
An Oprah Winfrey special, The Menopause Revolution, Monday, March 31st on ABC.
Well, on your screen now are pictures of the Gonzaga men's basketball team getting on the plane to head to Wichita, Kansas for the start of the NCAA tournament. They'll be facing the 9th-seeded Georgia Bulldogs in the first round on Thursday. Tomorrow, you can watch the Georgia and Gonzaga press conferences as both teams begin their championship journey. On your screen right now is the schedule, beginning with Georgia players at 9:50, then Zags players at 10:35. You can stream all of it tomorrow on your connected TV using the KXLY Plus app. And one of the best parts of March Madness is filling out a bracket and seeing how your predictions stack up against your friends and family. While the big dance has been going on since the 30s, the first bracket apparently didn't come along until the late 70s. ABC's Danny New takes us to a bar that claims to be the birthplace of the bracket.
March Madness is about buzzer beaters and Cinderellas, but let's face it, most people watch these thrilling events through the prism of their brackets. And that now universal concept of filling out a bracket with all of your picks for the NCAA tournament may have started at this bar on New York Staten Island called Jody's Club Forest.
So this is my dad. These were two long-time employees of ours.
Terrence Haggerty here is Jody's son, and he says the tradition began back in 1977.
What I was told a million times, from my father, before he passed, was that, you know, they were just hanging one day, and he was a creative guy, and, you know, he would like to come up with some things to add business.
He says it initially started with just 88 people paying $10 a ticket to guess the Final Four, but not for long. By its final year in 2006, the winnings were apparently $1.6 million. And Terrence said over the years they had entries from elected officials, legendary sports radio celebrities, and even people overseas.
We were getting calls from California when the war was going on in Iraq. There were tickets being sent to Iraq.
But for the record, there is someone else who claims to have invented the concept of a March Madness bracket. In Kentucky, a postal worker named Bob Stinson, who passed away in 2018, apparently started making his own brackets in 1978. When asked how confident he is that his dad is the sole inventor, his son Damon told the Associated Press, yes, 100%. And he went on to say the true 1 through 64 were going to go round by round. That literal format is what he started with.
Thank you, lunch.
But either way, whomever truly invented the bracket, I would imagine both Damon and Terrence have equal pride in their fathers and the memories their ideas led to for millions of people.
We never in a million years would have ever imagined where it got.
My favorite tidbit from Jody's pool was that the cash multi-entries got to be too large for the bar, and at one point they had to ask a nun to hold on to a good chunk of all of the collections. They trusted that nun. Maybe it was Sister Jean. In New York, for ABC News, I'm Danny New.
You think a nun would be pretty trustworthy to hang on to that money, right? Over to football now, where the Seahawks formally introduced their newest wide receiver today. Super Bowl MVP and former Eastern Eagle Cooper Kupp, the Yakima native, was a part of the Rams' Super Bowl win in 2022. During his time in Cheney, Kupp broke records for most receptions and most receiving yards in FCS history with 428 catches for over 6,400 yards. Kupp says he's excited to once again be playing in his home state.
You know, growing up watching Seattle, watching football being a huge part of my life, and then, you know, playing in Eastern Washington, full circle moment coming back to being able to throw on a Seattle Seahawks uniform. That's a really cool thing, and something that I don't take lightly. And
the flannel and the Pearl Jam t-shirt tell you he's from the Northwest. Kupp signed a 3-year deal worth $45 million, Chris.
I love it. Well, you'll need that flannel tomorrow. It is going to be cold and clear in the morning. We have some rain coming in the late afternoon and evening, and the showers will continue through Sunday in a variety of forms. Warmer weather next week. That's what I'm going to focus on after the break. I'll tell you about some 60s in the 7-day and beyond.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
I think this is my favorite. Okay. What do you think of this one?
From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $750 off your tub or shower remodel.
Introducing, representing Cal Cars. Here to sell the best lineup of trucks in the region, Spike the Bulldog.
Yeah, he's a super dog.
Ready for action? It's no holds barred as King of the Cage features up-and-coming MMA stars battling it out. Live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, April 10th. A show that pays tribute to one of the best Mexican-American performers of our time, Selena. Carla Perez, live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, May 8th. You'll love Yachtly Crew, a 7-piece SoCal band who has started a nationwide yacht rock craze. Live at the Coeur d'Alene Casino Thursday, July 3rd. Visit the Coeur d'Alene Casino box office or cdacasino.com for tickets.
Winning is just the beginning.
For March only, buy one window or door and get the second 40% off. Plus, get an additional $750 off your entire project. Schedule your complimentary consultation. Call Renewal by Anderson today.
Our customers love coming to Car Wash Plaza.
I work late shifts. Car Wash Plaza is open 24/7. That works for me.
I feel safe. It's so well lit, and there's security lights everywhere.
Strong water jets cover everything. The roof, the sides, even the undercarriage.
The central dog wash is so convenient, no hassle, keeps the dog clean, and keeps my house clean too.
It's easy at Car Wash Plaza. It's the best in the Northwest.
For over 50 years, North Idaho Urology has been the trusted leader in urological care. From routine checkups to advanced prostate cancer treatment, our expert team is dedicated to your health every step of the way. With cutting-edge technology, personalized care, and locations in Coeur d'Alene, Post Falls, and Sandpoint, we're here when you need us most. Don't wait. Early detection saves lives. Schedule your appointment today at niurology.com or call 208-667-0621.
So what do you think about these?
We're going to take everything.
From design and products to removal and installation, Rebath is with you through every step of your remodel. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $750 off your tub or shower remodel.
4 News Now is brought to you by Alton Brown Live. Last bite, tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Excuse me while I kiss the sky.
Well, one of the greatest guitarists of all time, Jimi Hendrix, as well as 4 ecology workers, were honored with the state's highest awards today. Hendrix was born in Seattle and received the Medal of Merit for his contributions to rock and roll. He died in 1970 in a hotel in London and is buried at Greenwood Cemetery in Renton. Now that riff is going to be in your head for probably the rest of the evening, right?
You know what? I'll take it. That's a good riff.
A Facebook commenter mentioned earlier that you and I were pretty matchy today, actually, with the navy blue.
Well then, yes, we're ready to play a riff in our button-down navy. Okay, yes. Thank you for noticing. We've got some interesting weather ahead, including some warmer weather to talk about. First, let me show you where we were today before we spring ahead. A few interesting things, I think, on the almanac. We were running below average a little bit both this morning when we dropped down to 29. We'll be in similar territory again tomorrow. High of 47, just a little below average. Our average low now, 32 degrees. We don't plant until about 2 more months, but just something to watch. Also, last year we had our record high of 69 degrees, so 60 is certainly not out of the question, and they are in the forecast. One more thing to point out, our sunset time, 1 minute after 7. You have 10 more minutes before sunset. I do love to see that. Our high temperature trend over the next 5 days, we are going to be right about average. Our average high goes up to 50 tomorrow, and then we'll be right at average through Sunday, and then we take a big jump into the 60s on Monday and Tuesday. 66 degrees. Looks like that trend in the 60s will hold for a while. Here's our extended forecast. This is March 26th through April 1st, and we have this medium orange color, a reasonable signal of above average temperatures. Some of the models show the temperatures easing a little bit from the mid to upper 60s back down into the upper 50s, but above average temperatures, but also above average precipitation. Now we're just in that medium green, not the darker greens, but that is good news for our snowpack. We're already doing stories about preparing for fire season, so any sort of moisture we could get going would be welcome. Tracking the weather pattern next week, here's Monday, Tuesday, when we start to see that warmer weather. We have high pressure that's going to be taking over for next week. So we've got some dry conditions, systems trying to make their way off the Pacific, but they're being sent into Canada or further south into California, and we're going to be dry. We're not going to be dry over the next 24 hours, however. We do have some rain. Here's between now and 24 hours from now, Wednesday at 6, and then we take you into Thursday at 6. Hundredths of an inch here and there, up to a quarter inch in Sandpoint, and could see a little bit of snow in the valleys as well. Any snow that we get at this point should melt almost right away. Spring officially starts on Thursday. Our winds are picking up on Thursday to go along with that wet weather, Derek.
All right, Chris, thank you. Economic uncertainty, high-profile layoffs, and deep cuts to the federal workforce have sent many Americans job hunting. Now, scammers have found new ways and new tools to take advantage of the situation. CNN's Karen Kafa has the signs to look out for.
Consumer
advocates say that when there's a topic in the news, scammers are watching and will seek to take advantage. Right now, that's what's happening with job-related scams.
Scammers keep up with the times, and with a lot of job cuts in the headlines, consumer advocates say job hunters need to protect themselves.
We're seeing a lot of layoffs in the news now, so people really need to be on guard.
Job scams were already on the rise. The Federal Trade Commission said reports of job scams and fake employment agencies nearly tripled between 2020 and 2024. And the Better Business Bureau also ranked job scams among their riskiest scams of last year, with consumers more likely to lose money or experience identity theft. Among red flags the BBB has seen recently, unsolicited phone calls, texts, and emails about job opportunities, conducting interviews via text, and refusing phone or video chat. Fast job offers that ask for Social Security and banking information under the guise of setting up direct deposit, and work-from-home jobs that involve receiving and reshipping packages, potentially illegally obtained goods. BBB spokesperson Melanie McGovern says taking time to research a company can help job hunters avoid costly mistakes.
The best thing to do whenever you come across a job listing, if it's on a third-party site, even if it's a trusted site, go to that employer's homepage. Not through the link that is provided, but go do a search for that company.
The BBB says a lot of these scams are targeting people who are looking for quick part-time remote work right now. They say to be really careful because sometimes victims of these scams can become unwitting accomplices in things like fake checks and shipping scams. In Washington, I'm Karen Kafa.
All right, before we head to our final break, here's a look at ABC's primetime lineup for your Tuesday night.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Next, ET, one-on-one with Jonathan Majors. His life after scandal.
It's a mind trick, isn't it?
His second chance with fiancée Megan Good and dreams for a Hollywood comeback. Next, ET.
Watch Entertainment Tonight at 7:30.
What's the case?
A 17-year-old girl is missing. The highest echelon of wealth and exclusion.
Hey, Julia, stop!
Guys, I want to introduce you to our new salesperson. I really think he's going to spike sales.
He's a super dog on the floor. Yeah, he's a super dog.
Grins and Giggles Family Dentistry wants to bring out your smile. From crowns to veneers, they have the experience to help anyone in your family, young to old, kids to grandparents, all by using state-of-the-art procedures. Grins and Giggles accepts most insurance plans, but where they shine is by offering cash discounts on most procedures for uninsured patients. Call or click Grins and Giggles today to find out more. Grins and Giggles Family Dentistry, helping you bring out your smile.
Hey Rob, let's gear up and go this year.
Try searching, fishing, and hunting.
I know where I'm going, yeah.
Let's go!
This year, the outdoors is unleashed at the Big Horn Show, March 20th to 23rd at the Spokane County Fairgrounds. Veterans, first responders, and military enjoy $7 tickets on Hero Day, plus a free Dave Bray USA concert. On Family Day, kids are free. Get tickets at bighornshow.com. Presented by the Kalispel Tribe of Indians.
Hi, I'm renovation expert Scott McGilvery. I know bath remodeling, and I've seen all the gimmicks. Buy now, half off, free installation. This is why I work with Bathfitter. With 40 years of experience and 2 million installs, I trust their integrity. Bathfitter gives you a fair price and sticks to it with a lifetime warranty. You don't need gimmicks, just a partner you can trust. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
This year, turn your backyard into a fun, relaxing paradise. From Quality Spas of Spokane, the little store that sells the most hot tubs and swim spas. Made right here in the United States by Cal Spas.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Tin Roof.
Most of tomorrow will be dry. However, toss your raincoat if you've got to walk to the car after work tomorrow, because toss your raincoat into the car is what I meant to finish saying, because you might need it on that walk back.
And then keep it handy for the next several days there.
Oh, yes, you'll definitely need it.
All right, we'll see you tonight at 11. Thanks for being with us.